First up in the news, we have Nickmercs and Dr. Disrespect. So a quick look back during the broadcast, Doc alleged that Twitch had something against him, accusing the former partner manager of working with a friend on Twitch's law enforcement's response team to cherry pick out of context messages, which resulted in his permanent ban. After Doc's statement, many of Dr. Disrespect's closest streaming friends, Tim the Tapman and Nickmercs, distanced themselves from the Doc following his since now deleted confession, but Nick had more to say following Dr. Disrespect's return in a recent stream. Here's a clip.
And my Instagram DMs and YouTube comments saying, Nick, you're a terrible friend. You should have stuck by this guy when he needed you. You, Tim, Z-Laner, you guys made a huge mistake. You should have waited for the facts. You should have called him and talked to him. Look, we had a short, quick conversation. He sent a text to the boys and I, and he apologized for us ever being dragged into this. And it pretty much ended right there. That same day, he had put out his tweet. And in that tweet, he had admitted to sending inappropriate texts or whatever to a minor. Those were his words, not mine, not Tim's, not whoever. Now, he later deleted this tweet. Personally, I don't think it changes much. And I understand that he feels the need to defend himself. I know a lot of people are coming at him. And I know his premise and what he's dying on is that what he did was not illegal. And look, I get that. But at the end of the day, you messaged a minor and it was inappropriate. For me, this is not about legality. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, man. I don't want to talk too much about this guy. I give it as good as I get it. A lot of people were coming at me as Twitter, so I called him a bad word. But I want to be honest, man. Him doing what he did, I think he was being that. Late 30s, you got a kid, a wife, and you're doing stuff like that, man. My morals, my understanding of the situation is I firmly believe that he was wrong. I don't care if he didn't break any laws. I don't care if a judge found him guilty or not. He admitted to it. We know enough that there was at least a conversation going on. We also know that he admitted to cheating on his wife. You can put two and two together. Now, as far as the Twitch ban, listen, there's a lot of people there that don't make great decisions. I also have no doubt in my mind there were people at Twitch that were plotting against Doc. No doubt. And we've seen so many things at Twitch, crazy things that have gone unpunished. All the hot tub, bikini streams, people using slurs, etc., etc. But all that said, Twitch is a private company that can do whatever it wants. Now, the next one for me is not revealing the whispers. I see a lot of people saying before they give their judgment, they want to see the whole thing. Now, to me, him admitting that these texts or whatever were inappropriate, that's enough. But now, since he's clearly backtracking, why isn't he putting out the whispers, man? If he's so adamant about them not being bad, why don't you show everybody? Now, to wrap this whole thing up, because God knows that's what I want to do, man. Does Doc's new comments change the way that I think about the situation entirely? No.
In Nick's response on Dr. Disrespect's situation, Nick states Doc apologised to them the day his statement was released. Nick doesn't care about the legal side of things, and he thinks that Twitch was plotting against the Doc. Still, he needs to reveal the whispers if he's backtracking now, and he won't associate with him again. Now, digging a little deeper into Dr. Disrespect's situation, some parts of the community feel like a lot of people have completely missed what Doc has said at the beginning of his response statement in the following community post.
At the beginning of his response, the Doc said that his case was eventually resolved. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties, Doc, the user, and Twitch, were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or settlement, meaning that nobody was allowed to speak about this ever. My question is, maybe this was the settlement that was agreed upon. It's like saying, hey, since we found nothing wrong, let's all agree that we shall never talk about this ever again. This further confirms that Cody had it out for the Doc. Nothing more. Credit to True Geordie on YouTube for making me realise and notice this. This also means that if all of this was true, and everything was completely settled, then that means Doc is completely in the clear. As he said, nobody is perfect, and he doesn't claim to be perfect. Even if he was proved wrong and actually did the matter, he apologises for his behaviour. To summarise this whole situation up, Doc settled the case via arbitration. The minor at the time did not want to reveal anything. Doc's ex-Twitch partner manager kept pressuring the minor. The minor filed the report. Child Protection Services came and a judge came to look through the messages. They found nothing wrong. Twitch internally admitted that they knew there was nothing wrong. It ended in a settlement. An agreement was made to where all parties involved were not allowed to speak up about anything regarding to or relating to the case. 4 years have passed without anybody knowing. Cody slipped up and ratted him out because he most likely had a personal vendetta against the Doc. Now we're here cleaning up the mess that Cody made.